Ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, you're watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977. It's time for WWE Evolve Event Center, where wrestling action involves the WWE ID prospects, the PC prospects, and indie wrestlers from all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, and here's the man to bring you the wrestling report and action from the WWE Evolve Event Center, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode number 2279 of the show. Great to be here. Great to have you guys here. And I got triggered into a live stream, and it turned out to be so much AI buffoonery. It's not even funny. But however, I do move on. So I was going to do this after Dynamite was over, but whatever. Oh boy, I should have saved all my streaming for tomorrow, going on rant and rave. But however, I'm here. Hello. It's been a crazy day and a crazy night to say the least, but the crazy events. And as you know, WWE Evolve is growing, and I'll tell you how growing it is. It's going to be good. We have new talent coming in, talent challenging for championships, and tonight we have crowned the first ever WWE Evolve Women's Champion. But the four ladies that was vying for the title: Wendy Chu, who didn't say much. Kendall Gray, Callie Armstrong, and Kylie Ray addressed their situation with the women's championship and how badly do they want it. And so, but they had the final men's triple threat qualifier matchup to determine the 4th spot. As you know, 3 spots have been fulfilled for the men's championship that will be happening next week. It is Idris Nofe, Super Saiyan Legacy, and Keanu Carver. And this 4th spot could go to either Lince Dorado, who's made his return and did the old Lucha House Party theme song, which I think was pretty cool. Jackson Drake, and from Reality of Wrestling, Jordan Oasis. And Jackson Drake ended up winning the victory. Ended up getting the victory. Will be the 4th man in the men's Fatal 4-Way Elimination match to determine the men's Evolution champion. High Rise, that will be the team of Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe, led by Wesley. We're talking about tag team division in Evolve and in NXT. It will be very interesting to see how this will develop in the days to come, and in the weeks to come. And believe me, High Rise is going to be on their way to become tag team champions of NXT one day. They've been doing their thing on NXT. They've been doing their thing in Evolve. We'll see what happens there. And it's Gal, a.k.a. Gal Barkay, did a promo on Troy Yearwood. He's like those two are going to be heading on a collision course in Evolve. So you'll be on the lookout for that matchup when it does happen. And believe me, it's Gal Barkay. He calls himself the human action figure, and his physique and everything is very impressive athlete. In fact, I do believe I saw him in Teddy Goods' final match at here in New Bedford. I believe he was part of that. So to see him make it to Evolve in the WWE, it'll be something. It's really, really cool to see that. Well, meanwhile, Jackson Drake was still in the ring, cutting a promo after the match of saying that he'll be the first ever he'll be the first men's Evolve champion. Idris Nofe comes out and says something and says, "No, I'm going to be the next champion." And Super Saiyan Legacy says, "I'm going to be the next champion." And then as Jackson Drake, they were trying to find out Jackson Drake, he tried to escape, and here comes Keanu Carver from behind him, and all three took their turns until Zeta Steele's like, "Okay, no." So, yeah, you don't want to mess with him. Meanwhile, Chewy Martinez interviewed Cappuccino Jones and Jack Cotwheel as they get ready to face High Rise. High Rise did say something about them earlier on. And but then Cappuccino Jones and Jack Cartwheel had said responded to them. Meanwhile, Cappuccino Jones and Jack Cartwheel went up against High Rise, and Wesley was in their corner, and High Rise ended up winning the matchup. And then Stevie Turner. Now, remember, some of these, as you know, LFG Talent is also under contract somewhat. Well, there's an LFG Talent that is signed on with Evolve. Stevie Turner was talking to somebody, and the contract to the lovely Lee Laurel. So, Gary, if you want to watch Lee Laurel in action, you got to watch Tubi Evolve. In fact, Lee Laurel will go by the name now of Jin Tala. That's now you don't. I believe Jin in Chinese means precious, and Tala means. And let me look that up because she explained it to the WWE universe. Let's see if I can. Hold up, everything's messed up. Everything's messed up. Hold up. Give me a second here. Give me a second here, folks. You know what? This one. Nope. Cheap. Hold up just a second. Hold up. Okay, no. Let's see. What? You gotta be You gotta be kidding me. You know. You know. So, okay, let me. All right, I'm going to look up Jintala. Give me a second here. All right. Let's see, Jintala. Let's see what. Let's see. Give me a second here. Okay, I'm trying to kill some time here. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Well, you know, I'll look it up. Wait a second. I did look it up before. Let's see. All right. Okay, let me look it up. Yep. So, Jintown Lee Laurel. Let's see what. All right. Let's see. All right. Somehow the name has been changed because I try to look up Lee Laurel, and let's see if. All right. Let me look up. Oh wait. Oh wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, she did change her name. Okay. She did change her name. All right. Tala for her Filipino roots. Yep. She did change her name. I do believe. Give me a second. Yeah, I think. Let's see. Let's see if I can find what the name. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, Gentile. It ain't Gentile. I know Jin means precious, and yep. So yeah, I think the other one needs star, precious star. That's what the name. That's what the name means. All right. The name Gintala means precious star. That's what it means. So, in fact, Gintala will make her debut, in-ring debut, next week against Carly Bright. Now, I'm sorry, folks. I didn't mean. I'm trying to take a long time too, so I can make it over 10 minutes here. So Gintala means precious star. Precious in Chinese, that's Jin. Tala is star for Filipino and star. Yeah, so I'm really excited about her making her debut. Carly Bright comes in, and Stevie Turner asked Carly Bright to stay out of the women's title match, especially out of Kendall Gray's corner. She understood that, and she said, "You're meeting your opponent next week." That would be Gintala. So Carly Bright goes up against Gintala one-on-one. Let's see what she's all about. Kind of fun. Natalia arrives, and she says she'll present the title to the winner of the championship matchup. Wesley praises High Rise and also gave a little bit of props to Cappuccino Jones. Cartwheels, his potential can only get you so far. So we'll see what happens there. Now, the main event match, the Evolve Women's Championship on the line. Fatal 4-way elimination match of Kendall Gray versus Kylie Ray versus Callie Armstrong versus Wendy Chu. Order of elimination. Wendy Chu was the first one to leave. Then there goes Kendall Gray. Now it's down to Kylie Ray and Callie Armstrong. And it got to the two of them, and I gotta tell you, it was a heck of a matchup between those two until Callie Armstrong hit the Callie connection on Kylie Ray, made the 3 count, and that was it. We have our first Evolve Women's Champion, and that would be Callie Armstrong. And as Natalia was about to present the belt, Callie Armstrong snatched it right out of her hands right away. Just be gracious and let her give you the title. But instead of flinging it away, and I think Natalia may have to come back to Evolve to teach Callie Armstrong a little bit of a lesson. My goodness. So technically it'll be the fallout from Battleground Part 2, because sometimes Evolve can get involved in NXT matches as well. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Evolve. Next up, AEW Dynamite, episode 2280. So until that next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and do it for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.